If I was Tim Tszyu, I wouldn't even fight in America again, to be honest with you. If I was Tim Tszyu, I know he just had like one of his first fights in America recently against Fundora. If I was him, I wouldn't even fight in America no more. Because America is actually starting to look biased, and it's not towards American fighters all the way around. But let's just say in this case, it is because Tim Tszyu, he fought basically the same way Vergil Ortiz did without getting knocked down. He was landing hard shots. I heard everybody after the fight saying Tim Tszyu won the fight. And he didn't get knocked down twice. Now, from what I've seen, the Tim Tszyu fight was versus Fundora was basically the same way as Vergil Ortiz and Vulture. You telling me Vergil Ortiz got dropped twice? Got outboxed half of the rounds? And he comes out with a victory? And we're saying Tim Tszyu definitely lost to Fundora? If I was Tim Tszyu, I wouldn't even fight in America no more. I'm just being honest with y'all. It's so obvious now, like, to be honest with you, because Tim Tszyu's not really familiar with fighting over here. It looks like they tried to take his belt from him. In this case, because now when you have Vergil Ortiz coming around and you see the fans say, oh, well, yeah, he for sure won with those knockdowns. Nah, man, like, for sure won? Nah, I can't go with that, bro. I'm good on that. I can't go with that. I mean, we got to agree to disagree. For sure won? Nah. I mean, he was throwing some good shots and the sound effects and everything, and the commentary made it sound better. Because I just heard the commentary and sound effects, and that's what everybody's hearing. They're like, oh, I heard the thudding punches and the commentators. Nah, I had it on mute. And from what I seen, he was getting outboxed, homie. Period. He was getting outboxed. That fight was closer than Lomachenko and Devin Haney. That fight was closer than Fundora and Tim Tszyu. So for it to be closer, that means that with those knockdowns, kind of edged out, brother. You can't. I seen way too many guys outbox a guy, and I seen Gary Russell box with one arm against Mark Messiah, and Mark Messiah couldn't do anything with him. Went the whole distance. Couldn't even drop a guy who's only using one arm through a whole fight. And I just seen Benavidez, people saying he was losing and he was going to lose, and he possibly looked like he lost to Vozick. He's not ready. Devin Haney got dropped a couple times against Ryan Garcia, or 3 times, and then they gave Ryan Garcia 4 rounds. They gave Ryan Garcia the 1st, the 6th, the 9th, and the 12th. No, sir. And I'm not talking about the rounds he got knocked down either. It's starting to get obvious, man. It really is. That's why Turkey Al-Sheikh is involved right now, because it's obvious. It really is. It's obvious. I don't even think, to be honest with you, if Turkey Al-Sheikh wouldn't have been involved with the Fury fight, I think they may would have gave that fight to Fury instead of Usyk. But yeah, if I'm Tim Tszyu right now, I'm looking at these guys like, hold on, I just fought the same way Vergil Ortiz did. And I didn't get knocked down twice. And he got a belt and I don't. He got an intern belt. I ain't got no belt at all. I was a champion. And people running around all these years talking about you got to beat the champion. And he got a belt and I don't right now? Wow. And Boychuk ain't have no blood on his face. I busted Fundora's nose like the first, second round. Fundora was bleeding the whole fight before I was. I almost got Fundora up out of there before I started having my cut up. Before I had the cut on my head. And we talking about Vergil Ortiz had a close fight and he definitely won. Oh, the biasness is definitely showing. It definitely is. I'm not hearing people say, well, it could be close. Because obviously it was a close fight. I'm not even hearing people say that. They're like, oh yeah, Vergil Ortiz got knocked down twice. He definitely won. Oh no. Nah. If I'm Tim Tszyu, I wouldn't even be. Like, to be honest with you, that's probably why Tim Tszyu ain't involved with a lot of this stuff right now. He kind of like, let me sit back real quick and see how this going to play out, because the way they're scoring fights, they don't score fights like this in my country. I didn't know that you get points for walking forward and taking shots to the face and getting dropped. I ain't know you get points for that. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.